speculation, you can see those 1x bet odds have, they've shifted to the Sharks. Already a map up in the series, and maybe not the most amount of confidence. We'll see how Bravos do on this T side. One smoke, one flash, one HE, and a quick play towards A.
And heard, he's been naded up heavy. JNT's followed through with two, and now Denoko's trying to fight back. It's sloppy with a Glock, and that's why he's got nothing more than just one. Joda, that ghost, that invisibility cloak, he's really hoping it can bail him out of here.
Unfortunately, spider senses don't click in quite fast enough there. Zevi on the flank as soon as they felt that pressure towards A. And yeah, that nade did so much. Helps JNT with those fights, even though he has that elevation. It just slows them down as well. The spacing between those players. No instantaneous trades available. Overall, reading quite into the plan. I don't think we've seen too many crazy T-side pistols when we've seen Nuke so far this event.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of them have just been run in through A.
Let's rush hard.
Yeah, why not?
If it can work on a gun round sometimes, it can work on a pistol round. At least that's what the logic would go with. Regardless, for now, Young Sharks are still going to be able to have at least a slightly more free route over here. Now, again, the players who we need to see stepping up a bit more for me are going to be Joda and Leo, as we mentioned earlier on as well. In what capacity are they going to be doing so? Because they're two very differently styled players over here on this T side. Joda, again, just to reiterate what we were talking about, very hard lurk that relies on the rest of his team to be able to make a lot of noise very often towards ramp or lobby for him to get more access to that outside area.
Not a lot of positives to bring into the round here for Bravos. They've been sat in lobby, just chilling, firing off shots. Not finding anything from it, really. A few tags, but Sharks will be fine enough with that. 40 seconds now left on the clock. Bravos are going to end up just pouncing in towards this site where that SMG is waiting for him to come.
Oh, that flashbang as well comes out right there. Pack good for one, Pack good for two. Taking away all the money. This poor SMG just can't catch a break.
Every time he looks one direction, they come in the other direction. His teammates already got it covered, so...
Like, guys, why are you even telling me to buy an MP9? I can just buy a pistol and drop an AWP in the next one, whatever.
We could have swapped as well. Like, if you really wanted to get those kills, come on, man.
Of course, we jest, but that does mean Zevi won't have the AWP in this round. Not the most, surprising of circumstances, let's be honest, but even so, he can be a dab hand with AUG, but we already seen Woody had a rough time with it when he was trying to transition over from the AWP to the AUG as well.
And not to mention they're up against full AKs as well, so no AWP action.
Ooh. Actually, Joda's already found and taken down. Zevi is wise to his tricks.
Yeah, good timing for that.
That combination of smokes was deployed a lot before as well on the Bravos side. Lokazi is the trade, though, and this is where the double up between JNT and Pank could come back to bite them. Good grenade! That is massive! Turtle's feeling incredibly unhappy about that, and as he continues to contest, he's going to be forced off. JNT circling the corner was hoping to punish his resistance to the nades. And Railzen just getting aggressive. This could be perfect timing. He wants to get this out quickly. Denoko's already down. Railzen's crossed over without being noticed. He's found another.
Oh, man, these timings have been so great here from the Sharks. Just as that execute outside came through to get that first, and then now the ramp play as well. Things really lining up here for another solid round on the CT side, and Woody has been heard. He's made some steps transitioning over, and the player lockers ain't gonna be cleared. So Zevi, it's an easy kill. Upgrades to the AK as well. And a nice 3-0 finish means that the Sharks will have a good money buffer built up. They could even toy with the idea of getting Zevi on that AWP, but they know an eco's around the corner. They haven't even been able to get a bomb plant. Yeah, that's not a Bravos.
I mean, you're talking about bomb plant. They've only got 2 kills in 3 rounds. Not a great start at all. And now, maybe these are the kinds of rounds where we've seen Young Sharks were able to really run away with a lot of momentum as well. Bravos could definitely be up for the task as well, but that task needs to be sort of categorized, orderly. And you're gonna go one by one. Where do you find yourself first? Well, it's in ramp, and Rails is already spamming. Bombs being dropped, more damage done. Rails pulls out the USB now, looks for the ace, and it could be done, but Woody has to be Debbie Downer. Takes away the ace. Although doesn't really add too much to the rest of his team's value overall. They're able to clean up these first 4 rounds easy.
How dare you try and walk through a smoke on me? Just spams away with that small gap as well. You know, that 1 foot that's spotted around the edge of the smoke is really what gives up the plan there for Bravos. And then they're like, oh, well, we have to go because he suspects something. They just couldn't get the trade. No ace, an eco, but no ace to be. Zevi's AWP is on the server, same with Woody, but they found a kill in JNT. It's a spam.
And they'll take one any way they can get it.
Yeah, it's just through the hut, trying to get to Tetris.
Oh, Turtle peeking back out. That's dangerous for Lakowski, but he just turns around, smacks him away, says, "You're not welcome here. I've got an AK-2, and I'm not afraid to use it." The smoke, though, he is afraid of going through, and for good reason. There's still a lot of lobby presence on the outside, and something tells me Young Sharks don't want to flirt with lobby for a while. Oh.
Yeah, they're just trying to fall back from lobby as well. They're transitioning outside, and Pank is there. The smokes aren't going to be deployed for a cross, and Pank, little off angle, little gap to work with, deploying a smoke in his own right, trying to get away from the action, but they're crunching him, going in through garage instead, and Pank doesn't quite realize fast enough. 3-on-3 with Bravos having a bit of outside presence, but they don't have many attack avenues.
So much information found, but Woody misses a crucial shot. You can't be missing those, Woody. Oh, sirree. Zevi now knows exactly what's going on, and the player from second vent is going to have to step up. That's Lakowski, main man himself, but rails in, open it back up. Lakowski finds himself one. Zevi comes through, quickly connects, and Lakowski just keeps it going. Man, as if it wasn't a strange enough position for Woody to be coming in from. An Opper on top of Mini is not something you see too often, unless maybe you're worried about, you know, a late push coming up from Secret to interrupt your outside take, but that didn't even look like the priority until they found Pack.
Yeah, this was just a pretty chaotic round there from Bravos. They finally come up with a plan in the mid-round, and that's exactly when the Sharks peeking with the AWP. They get so much information about where they're going. They have that read so much earlier than Bravos, I think, anticipated. And now Lukowski is just mowing them down, trying to jump through the vent. The smokes were down, but that bomb now dropped in lobby. While Pank gets overrun, things are still shaping up well here for that CT side, even if a rifle could fall out of hand.
And Zevi is just waiting. He's waiting. He knows he's going to be given a gift. 8-0 on Zevi right now. Not a single time he's been forced to put himself at risk. Why would he need to? When the rest of Young Sharks are more than happy to do it for him. Noko reveals his position. Molotov didn't quite spread, and JNT doesn't even need Lukowski to reveal his position. Comes through, shuts him down, and Sharks are up 6-0. Michael, this is domination.
Yeah, averaging and losing one player for every round they win, which is a trade you will happily take.
Yeah. That's the ultimate CT life. You know, you talk about keeping 3 players alive.
Well, if you can get 4, why not? Yeah, I'm not going to pretend that Bravos don't. They feel a little lost in places where they are giving up some of these footsteps that the Sharks can make the adaptive reads as a result of. Maybe feeling and sort of reeling away from that loss on Dust 2. Turtle's been brought down quite low. He's been going for that spam in towards Hut a fair few times over. He's been hit with nades as well. And how's Leo been tagged as well? Where has that one come from?
I mean, Michael, at this point, you also just have to point it out, because, you know, when we give so much credit to the man, you've also got to point out when he goes missing, which is that Joda is yet to frag, and that might not seem significant. You know, we joke around about invisibility cloak and this stuff and that stuff, but so much of them works. So much of their system works heavily on him fragging out. Turtle now goes down. Zevi's got an incendiary to cover off his retreat as well. He's just waiting for them to push through. The flashbang will push him away. Zevi, however, still isn't being pushed in on. They're so worried about any sort of secondary CT presence, they can't do much about it. Lukowski will fall, but again, 35 seconds and the clock is ticking down.
Zevi's got him on the cross as well. Dinoco hits the deck, and Woody is still separated from the rest of the squad. Zevi in transition, and Leo's been found on the lurk. So it has to be Joda. This has to be his round, but that's where Zevi's reposition is absolutely flawless. Woody to clutch, 1-on-4, 15 seconds. That bomb not on his back. This is a lost round. Another where the Sharks have read into the game plan of Bravos and picked it to pieces.
Absolutely nothing he can do but beg to save. He's found Zevi, and there's no one nearby enough to be able to do anything about it. Zevi finds his first death as well, Michael. What a way to do it.
Yeah,
no impact at all.
11-1.
Yeah. Probably just wanted to get the sweet 1-1 scoreline. I mean, he's just been so confident in these peaks. But the thing about Zevi, which I always appreciate a lot, is I don't know if I'd go as far as comparing it to Device, but it seems like back in the day when Device, I'd like to say back in 2017, when a lot of focus came out on, hey, Device is learning these heat maps, he's learning how Fallen moves, he's learning how to counter out these other operas. He seemed to become a lot more one-shot per position, and he's willing to rotate a lot in a particular bomb site. Zevi looks like he's doing that.
He just has a really good read on what's going on as well. Understands what he can get away with those sound cues. He's thunderfooting it on the rotation, but no one's close enough to hear how he's moving. So before you know it, you expect him one spot, there he is in another. It's been really impressive so far from the Sharks. Bravos haven't gotten any control for free. They haven't been able to get away with any shenanigans. No sneaky plays. Even the work towards Secret has been really, really dangerous territory to traverse. The Sharks are actually just making this look easy. This is a round that's, I think it's being reset again. Had a couple of ticks in the chat. These will happen, but yeah, the Bravos flowchart doesn't look the best at the moment. And I go back to that conversation again where we had Bit for the interview on 9Z where, they've played Bravos a lot. They're a great team in terms of the aggressive plays that they can go for, but the depth is really what feels to be missing with the team. And I think we're kind of experiencing that in this series where there are these things that are going wrong where sometimes you don't get punished for it against other teams that you're facing off against regionally. Now you're being punished for those mistakes. And do they have solutions for that? Is there a backup plan? Because right now we've yet to see it.
And just to go back on a point that Boggs made about Dust 2 as well, about their CT side, which was that, hey, they went aggressive, they got countered, they went passive, they got countered. There was nothing else they had to offer to the table. And this is where I do feel like maybe I gave a bit too much credit. Maybe I was wrong about this. I still do want to stick to my guns a little bit about it. The fact that their decision-making inside a bomb site itself is very significant, but unfortunately, that doesn't matter on the T side, especially of Nuke. Where so much of it is about collective scaling.
Also, they haven't even gotten a bomb down.
Well, let's not go that far, Michael. Let's try to get some control in a particular area of the map first, before we even talk about the bomb site.
Well, that was one of the saving graces for that T side as well. They were talking about on the desk for Dust 2. That's where you saw the activation of players like Dinoco who were making some of these crazy plays that were highly influential in terms of bringing them back into that and making that at least a closer game than it could have been.
Yeah, it looked like between Dinoco and Turtle, so much of so many of the rounds that they were able to get on their T side on
just like 3 or 4 chase from them.
Yeah, and always around a bomb site. Always around playing for, okay, I've heard this IDQ. A lot of individual decision making coming into it. Very high level individual decision making, but that doesn't translate through.
And it's the 2 players with the most experience on Bravo, so it makes sense that they're the ones that are making those calls.
Absolutely. Early wall of smokes, and they're hoping to be able to cross right past, but Pack is ready, man. He doesn't hesitate at all. I mean, this guy just immediately smokes it off as well, knows how to buy time, knows when to buy time, and where to buy it.
That's the boost for a corner. They have the Molotov as well to clear those steps, which is where Pank is currently positioned. Will sail a little deep. It would force Pack into the fight, but he doesn't want to take that duel straight up. Nade in, falls back, and he's going to concede a bit of control. Decon can be made a bit of Bravo's territory, but that's where Lukowski has come in and found one of the first. That's a player down towards those vents that was holding for rotations. Now it comes to a bit of a standstill. Bravos, they may have found a few paths into this site, but none of them feel that safe.
And with the amount of CTs who have rotated over, your map's going to be showing you too, but don't make any mistake about it. Railsin is nearby enough to provide assistance as well. There isn't a safe spot on. You have to fight your way out. Leo wants to push through. The smoke's going to be helpful, but Pank just repositions. He just has to make sure this bomb can't be planted, and he's spamming a way to do just that, but Woody and Leo use that as a trap, bait him in, and shut down the players on the side itself. Railsin now is relying on his A-side players to rotate in time, and Woody's hoping to prevent it. Woody, though, falls. JNT, the one to take him out, but Denoco, look at that Deagle looking for more. Railsin has to be careful playing with fire, and he gets taken out.
And they finally break into a bomb site, get it planted, and that's where Denoco activates. You know, they had as well Woody on the AWP lurking, trying to get people on rotation. Of course, he saved that over from the previous round, but did enough to disrupt the flow of the retake there for the Sharks because they had to go for the trade. Denoco just has an isolated set of duels in towards ramp, and while catches one player out, it's a straight up fight where that D can do the damage. He's such an influential player around these bomb sites. You're absolutely right. And so finally, one of those conditions is met. Bomb planted. Leave the rest to me.
Of course, I think Joda's having a couple of tech issues as well and disconnected later on into that. Hopefully can get them fixed out soon. Never want to have that taking away any momentum you've got for yourselves in a match like this. And obviously, if anyone's just tuning in, this isn't just any match. This is the lower bracket finals. The team who wins this goes on to face up against 9Z in the grand finals of DreamHack Open 46, the South American edition. And the winner of that gets to be invited to the first ever EPL, the ESL Pro League Conference, which is going to be this additional stage added to the entire ESL Pro League, which allows more teams to have access through the DreamHack system, through the DreamHack Opens, through the national leagues, through everything.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for, again, further expansion to really be developed. You've got a lot of the sort of national championships as well being involved in that conference. So more representation, more opportunities. Albeit it is, again, as a result of the more opportunities, there are other teams who are just as hungry as you trying to get into the ESL Pro League.
And at the same time, the thing that I'm really looking forward to, Michael, personally, because you brought up the idea of national leagues, is that we talk so much about how, EU has such a deep scene and this and that, but we don't really ever get to see, like, the rank 40 European team versus some of the best South American teams, rank 40 in the world, rather, which is still pretty good. But, the tournaments you see these teams get into very often is like, oh, hey, we're just suddenly playing Astralis from 2018. Mm-hmm. Yeah, obviously, you're not favored to win that.
Yeah, you don't get like the build up almost. You're just kind of thrown in deep waters and saying, hey, can you swim?
I want to see what exactly is going on there. I want to see, hey, can these guys fight out against the National League winners? Okay, cool. Can they fight out against other DreamHack Open winners? Okay, cool. Let's go.
Yeah.
Of course, while we leave you guys with dreams of the ESL Pro League Conference, we're also going to leave you guys with a short break. We're going to be back after just a bit when Joda's connection issues are fixed out, and hopefully we can get things underway once again.
Within the body of a woman lies the heart of a man. It's a feat of engineering you could never understand. So tell me all your secrets and I'll tell you all my lies. I've been You could fight the best you can. It's not easy when you're dancing, holding someone else's hand. I've got nothing more to tell you. I got nothing more to say. No. We can catch the lightning. It's the perfect crime. Does it hurt so bad when we touch too much? And does it feel so good when
Bit of an unfortunate technical timeout has resulted in a bit of an unfortunate substitution. Choda, unfortunately, lots of misfortune, has had some issues with his power, so hasn't been able to really get them back up, and their coach will be subbing in. Zamp coming in. On the right side, Choda wasn't having the best of games anyway, so maybe there's, maybe Zamp can come through, be really the champion they need. We'll have to wait to find out. Bravos have to make it through. Now, Sharks might be traumatized as well, Michael, in all fairness. Yesterday, they went up against a team with a coach, which did kind of have their way with them at times.
Yeah, just continually kept hammering them, just running at them. Wonder if we're going to get the same production.
Yeah.
I think this is his first competitive game, at least as far as we can tell.
Ever.
Yeah, career coach. Does some commentary as well.
All right.
Now pulled into the server. So, yeah, this is going to be a bit of a crazy mix-up, but one that they're going to have to adapt to here on the side of Bravos. Fortunate circumstance, but the Sharks were already on a bit of a hot streak on that CT side. It was only that first round from Bravos being found, and now they're working door quite slowly. Molly at the far vent, no one home, and Lukowski on a hut. Turtles found the entry.
Well, just making sure that there's no one coming in on the road pit from Mini, and they can actually back off and go back towards ramp if they'd like to. Zevi is exploring because he's aware of the possibility, but they haven't moved. Bravos are aware someone's going to have to take the peak, and they're just set up waiting for that to happen. That the time is ticking away, and they've still got incendiaries on the side of the CT. Zevi's peeked out. Leo's gone.
Man, that timing is absolutely perfect, and now it's all about timings. Zevi again is just picking them up as they're going through. From the door, Zevi keeps knocking them down on the AWP. He's up to 3, and Bravos are detached from that bomb. They have no safe havens on the site, no progress made. And outside of that one kill that Turtle finds just before they're set up for that execute, that's where Zevi is primed and ready to go. He has had a stellar map. We were talking about it earlier. I think he was at 11-0, had his first death around that mark. Now he comes in with 3 big ones.
And this is where you can see, just suddenly they stop. You're thinking, okay, they're ready for the beat to come through. They know that someone's going to have to make make a play. And they are prepared, but unfortunately, when that clock is ticking down that low, they don't have that go button. They're too reliant on getting the frag out, and Woody's not watching the angle of the AWP. So AWP versus AK, you might be thinking, yeah, AK can get the headshot, but that's never going to be the favored weapon in that circumstance. Turtle's taking up the Joda position now, a little bit more so this time over. If there was any player to step into it, he would be my main man for that, but can he actually do so successfully? An underhand smoke means that Bank will have heard him, knows exactly what's going on here, but Leo's found space into secret.
They have no idea he's here either. He's gone straight past Zevi, who's primed on those secret steps, and with the glass opened as well, this ramp flank is super deadly.
I mean, they have to know, but Bank, in the meanwhile, misses out a chance on the 1, but does get an opportunity for him to repeat. Leo coming in from behind. This could be massive. Zevi needs to find this kill. Otherwise, Woody, I mean, he's been trying to play this angle many times over, but he backs off and he shoots through the wall because of it. Leo now rotating back in to see if he can cut off Zevi.
I mean, you have to be thrown in for a bit of a loop here on the side of Sharks. You've been shot in the back of the head over towards ramp, and so now it's being traversed from the rest of Bravos. Out in the open, it's a pistol accompanying the rifle of Dinoco that cracks in towards ramp, and finally, they're actually getting things done. This pistol at distance, it's Zamp, the stand-in. Now just JNT to rotate in round, but it feels far too late. Bravos have so much control, they've spread themselves out as well, but this leaves them susceptible to the fact that JNT is snuck through these vents, and they're not really holding for him.
And Leo's so far away that this is realistically a 1-on-2. If JNT can push through, he knows the glass is broken, so he should be able to find at least one. The problem will be that there really isn't the time to do anything about it. At most, he can maybe look to box in the terrorist side, but let's not make any mistake about it. They have the money to rebuy, Michael. But they don't have that much. Lukowski, pretty low economically. Pank as well, not doing the hardest. And as JNT backs away, a grenade's going to make sure that that player goes down. Zap, however, stays alive.
Well, thought that bomb was going to do far more damage than that, but even with the nade to get the tags accomplished, it's still not enough to finish off the job. That means they keep on to that AWP, but That's a great job there from Bravos, using Zamp as that secondary or sort of first entry player so that his teammates are sort of teed up to get those trade kills. Hell, even getting his hands on a kill himself. But that is a massive misstep there from the Sharks. This player sneaking down towards the vent was such a big deal. And now Reelson atop the boxes gets completely destroyed by the Woody ult.
That is a big kill to find early in. That's also going to be forcing out the CT defense to spread a lot more thin. It's a lot different to what you see the kill on top of Hut, where there's players to back him up. Now you need to go back and reoccupy that area, and that's what Zevi's been dedicated towards doing. He smokes it off to be able to assist more in fighting for outside, but he's going to have to find a kill, and fast. These smokes coming in are going to be problematic, but the first duel comes out. It's sort of to get one, but GNT is doubled up on the other side, keeps himself alive as well, playing from inside the A-bomb site. They're going to have full information as well on anything going on, but Denoco could have caught out Zevi, but now Zevi's been given a fighting chance. He's backed off, over to heaven he goes, could look to re-peek out, and they should have an idea of what's coming their way. Zevi, however, has been given an angle, and he's going to use it. Denoco's gone.
No idea that Zevi was going to take out that angle. Was so exposed, pulling out utility, but they've brought it back to equal states. 2-on-2. Zap and Woody trying to navigate around the situation, but they have a pretty good idea of where these Ts are coming from. Problem is where they could relocate to as a result of this territory that's been ascertained.
That might be able to find the perfect timing on this, but JNT is so aware of this. He's already found two, but he's turning around. 15 seconds and he gets a little bit scared. He's double guessing, but he's able to get the kill regardless. Now Woody has made the noise. Information has gone out. 8 seconds. Flash dodge. Woody around the corner spraying in. He might have time. He's done it. Woody, 4 kills to his name. Lean back in a chair. Chill as can be. Cool as a cucumber. Finds those last 2.
And they realized a little too late that that time wasn't going to be on Woody's side, but the complete 180. He switches out to the rifle. It's enough to get the job done. And after hunting down this first player, looked for the trade, and then I think they realized, like, wait, no, you could just hide.
Second guessing themselves over there. I mean, GNT plays that perfectly as well. He knew he had to buy time. I need to take a screenshot of this one. Wishful thinking. Thank you, Elliot. I appreciate that. Your faith in me is singular, as in no one else has any.
Come on, man. I could have stepped in instead.
That would have been more believable. We have to make sure that, they don't go too far.
Well, we'd have to really grind that one down to a halt. Let's not get any ideas. Bravos, they've got these 3 rounds together after a pretty convincing start from the Sharks. They are, I think, losing some of that focus that they came into this game with. The rotations were perfect before. They're getting the communication down. It felt like everything that Bravos wanted to do, there was already a Sharks reaction before they'd gotten into these problematic spots. And now we're seeing these massive missteps where Bravos are doing a great job of punishing. Even if it does come down to these 1 or 2 players, all they're trying to do is take away by, get 5 or 6 rounds on that T side, because the CT side is really where they excel, as you'd expect.
Zevi swapped out with Rails, and still looking like an absolute monster. Also, guys, anyone who's just tuning in, the ADR statistics are a little bit wonky. That's as a result of a few resets coming in. The stats work. The ADR just can be a bit up and down. Smoke out towards many, and in they go. Rails in. Now he's waiting around the corner. MP9 for the first. Leo has crept fast, and he's realized it a bit too late, but can still make up for it. Woody around the corner. He goes and close range against an SMG with an AWP on your back. No way. Despite the curse of the coach coming back in, Young Sharks are still able to find themselves a quick one in a bit of a weaker economic position.
Yeah, and a lot of it just came down to finding these isolated fights. They couldn't trade out Reelson because every time he found that kill, immediately tucked behind. The Bravos players weren't exactly spaced to follow that up. And receiving so much more pressure as well from other CTs, firing off shots, some of the utility that was being deployed. feel like I'm gonna get a little nervous now with the chat. We can hear it. Can't quite see what's going on.
Some FPS bugs coming out, of course. And these things happen. Now, on the side of Bravos, you can still see maybe they've got a couple of players who still have it in them to step up and give them more of a respectable scoreline, but you are in a position where you have to fight for a 10-5. A 9-6 is nice if you can get it, but look, I'm not an idealistic man, Michael. I can be optimistic, but not idealistic. So a 9-6, maybe asking for too much. A 10-5, you're still good to go potentially, you know? The good thing about Zamp on Nuke is even if he might not have the individual skill set of a player, because, you know, realistically, he's never played professionally before. He is, like you mentioned, a career coach. If he's able to serve more as information, more as, hey, I'm going to stay alive, you know, something that Perfecto is praised for a lot, and Navi being able to stay alive for extended periods of time, get information, make sure that, you know, the lack of your presence on the map is also scary in its own right.
I see. So you want him to play like Perfecto.
Try, maybe? You know, it's not a bad idea to copy one of the people who's on the #1 team in the world.
It's a little hard to even come in with that mindset because, one, he wouldn't have anticipated having to play today. You know, sometimes when you have coach stand-ins, they at least get like, maybe like 12, 24-hour buffer.
Listen, Michael, I'm telling you right now, as someone who's coached a team before, it is the dream.
Now's my time to shine. They never let me into the squad otherwise.
Which one of my players' mouse is going to break down today?
I feel like you're lining yourself up for self-sabotage there.
Why do you think I never got hired as a coach again?
Well, okay.
Zevi, however, it's Pank, not Zevi, who starts off initially. Zevi's not too slow to follow up and looks for more. Zevi, that's a shot and a half right there. Might even be able to close it up, but GNT's, he's not polite enough to let him stick to it.
So after a couple slip-ups here from the CT side, now they're back to slapping faces. Bravo's money's down. Best that they can hope for is that 10-5 you were talking about earlier. Even that's not looking too hopeful. Again, a lot of these rounds that Bravos have cobbled together feel like they have been coming out from missteps from the Sharks. Whether it's been missing out on player positions on the T side, whether that's due to communications or maybe players picking up angles a little late. But predominantly for the CT half, they've been doing a very good job of reading what Bravos have been up to. And now with these pistols, wonder if they get an inkling that Ramp's going to see a bit of pressure. Reels is already tucked.
I mean, Zevi needs to come in over here, give him some backup. Reels in, good for 2. No, rather, Zevi's the one who's good for 2. Looks for more, and he's got it, but it's through the leg, and Leo's able to keep himself alive and get the trade.
Not
alive.
He got shot in the back of the head. I think is actually how he takes most of his damage.
What? Oh, from his teammate. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Never mind then. I was curious about that. It's also the exact same amount of damage, but hold the point because Lukazi holding the angle. That's a long old weapon, Woody. He's going to know when you come around that corner, Leo. Back of his head still ringing. He's hoping to be ringing some bells as well. He has the bomb. Knows Lukazi is around the corner. Knows that he's got some tendencies to get aggressive as well. Can be caught off guard. But no one from Young Sharks is giving him an opportunity to get a duel. JNT chilling in the lower bomb site. Banks making sure he can't climb up to A. Where does Leo go? And that's what he's asking himself as he peeks out. Bank pre-firing him. He's ready.
Yeah, there's just nowhere that he can really turn to because he took so much damage, virtue of getting shot in the back of the head and just the little panic that sets in over towards ramp. But then as well, they've kind of spread out. And because they lack information on that CT side, they could literally be anywhere. This T side has kind of fallen on its face here for Bravos. Again, without that condition being met of Dinoco with a post plant, it doesn't seem like things are going well. Zamp's actually gone in the way. Dinoco has finished off the job on him. Stand in. Well, here's another death added to the tally. Almost dropped vent, so they have been able to secure that much, but Look who's there on that rotation. Zevi, AWP, Prime, Turtle gone, and Woody shouldn't be long to follow. This CT side has looked so impressive here from the Sharks. And while there might have been small doubts about what that T side would offer, this tees them up absolutely perfectly. First half, a 12-3 here for the Sharks. Let's see if they can close it out in the second.
Love, got me thinking about love. I'm gonna sing, sing, sing at the top of my lungs, like ba ba da ba da, ba ba da ba da. Love, 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 just thinking about love.
I'ma show love because there's really nothing to it. Everybody's gotta try it, come and join the movement. Gotta live, love life until it's all congruent. I'm going hard until they fill me with embalming fluid. Never have to stop and doubt when I'm the one that's watching out. Know you tried to get the rebound and life boxed you out. Never let the situation slow you up or stop you now. I'ma always help you to your feet when they knock you down. Everybody has their trials and the tribulations. Give it everything you got, the only stipulation. Remember, you're the only one that's setting limitations. Don't turn your life into a prison with no visitation. Living hard, trying to dodge the warden and the prison guard. Disregard the negative, then show them where we've been before. Mapping out my dreams, then I put them on the vision board. All about the love, we gotta show them what we're living for.
Love, 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 got me thinking about love. I'm gonna sing, sing, sing at the top of my lungs, like ba ba da ba da, ba ba da ba da. Love, 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 just thinking about love. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay, yeah. Gotta learn to love hard with no reservations. I'm just trying to live honest with no reservations. Gotta free your mind, you don't need all these regulations. Between the love and the hate, the only segregation. Bring them out, everyone that's got so much to figure out. Went and got the ladders and the shovels, we gon' dig them out. Gotta take a step back, the picture's getting bigger now. Write it on the paper, read it back, and then you live it out. You couldn't climb a mountain if it all was smooth. It's the bumps in the road to help you find the groove. You never have to stress because you got the tools. Let's put some love in the air and help them find the move.
Love, 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 got me thinking about love. I'm gonna sing, sing, sing at the top of my lungs, like ba ba da ba da, ba ba da ba da. Love, 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 just thinking about love. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm just thinking about love, love, love. Got me thinking about love. I'm gonna sing, sing, sing at the top of my lungs.
It's a new half, it's a new day, it's also a new roster on Bravos' side. No. Zamp, of course, their coach, has stepped in as a standard. Unfortunately, Joro is having some problems, and Zamp is hoping to help them close out this series, whichever direction it may go to. I'm T-Time, joined by Michael, Yumi, Cassidy, and Bravos. We've got to get it together on the CT side.
Yeah, first step will be this pistol because then they can implement the plan. Denoco over at ramp is standing his ground and not going down towards CT or the B bomb site. So now they've got access to ramp. There's a flank here from Leo who can recover the kit, but look at the diversion here from the Sharks. They're going A.
Leo's going to be too late. JNT is aware of him coming up on the quick flank as well, and he's going to be cut off. Leo can do nothing about this. Kit's been dropped, so they know that there has to be players coming over, and Lukowski will deny completely Turtle. This is asking his team, didn't we get that first kill? What's going on? Why am I 1v3? That's a great question to ask, Turtle, but unfortunately, you're not going to get any answers that are satisfactory. Caught out, rails in, ready for him to move up. 13-3, Sharks just continue their domination.
Well, that felt like it had to be the first piece of the puzzle. The big question mark was whether or not we'd see Bravos take the Bacata strap book for the CT side. And well, they've certainly made similar roster moves, but I don't think they're going to have the same opportunity, the same leeway. Nor will the Sharks fall to the same types of traps. Fully expecting that this will be kind of an open and shut case now that they've got that first the pistol round under their belt. Zevi taking a whole lot of damage to SMGs, but look at the aggression from Bravos getting met by Zevi once again. It's Leo actually who steps up with 2 kills and does create a bit of an opportunity now for them to find the upset. The damage that's done earlier is so impactful.
Zap's got to be careful. He peeks out and JNT's already there to intercept. Damage all over the place, but we already know Zevi's immortal, Michael. The only time he goes down is when he wants to. 24 kills and 5 deaths across 17 rounds.
I mean, JNT is 6 kills behind him with 2 less deaths, so...
Doesn't matter, Michael. Just doesn't. Unfortunately, just get outshone by the 24.
Just kind of testament to how good that CT side was. They're barely dying there from the Sharks.
True. I mean, Locality is basically feeding right now.
Well, what else could you do other than just buy? That's the...
Wave. Goodbye as well.
Yeah, that's the Shark stock recommendation. Because a 2-0 over Bravos, especially after what could be a very clean second map.
Yeah.
You know, that stonks.
Shaping out to be in the very least, but we've got to wait before we jump onto the hype train.
I'm already counting the chickens.
Well, in all fairness, they are practically out of their eggs. Just waiting to see whether a cat can come by and swoop them up or not. Sharks, though, setting up for the full execute now, and as they start to go out to get some control over outside, there's no one to contest them inside secret. Zevi's been left to trail back and lurk, and as he goes in towards ramp, which should be his intended destination soon after, he could be deadly. Even so, there's 3 CTs on this lower bomb side. This will not be easy.
Full stack. 5 players lower, and they are ready and rearing to go. 1 rifle will meet them at the first port of call, but surrounded by SMGs.
Oh no, Zevi's also getting information out. If they want, they can move back and over in towards the vents, but Denoco is the one who finds the first duel before being traded away. Leo's got to hold his ground, but the farmers just isn't enough. Reels in, overwhelms, and Sam from the side, only good for 1. Woody and Turtle might have got the flank, might have got the information. The gamble works out.
Oh,
Woody himself needs to show up. The bomb plot can't be located. Woody, hands in the air, wave him like he cares, maybe a bit too much. 15-3, Bravos on the brink of elimination.
Yeah, and they left so much room outside. That's a symptom of having 4 SMGs as a part of the buy to keep you in this. And as soon as they realized that when those smokes were down, they make that stack. And you could see how uncomfortable that made the Sharks. Having to constantly clear new angles. As soon as they dealt with 1 player, there was another one rearing its head. Smokes were down, they're jumping through them. So it's a bit chaotic towards that lower side, but they do get it together. SMGs don't do enough, and again, we see the investment. Turtle trying to get aggressive, but punished immediately. The Sharks are looking to breeze straight through into those finals. Would be a rematch up against 9Z, who did knocked them down into this lower side of things. They met them quite nicely, just said, hey, Sharks, get out of here. Did the same to Bravos as well, but the Sharks put up more of a fight.
A lot more of a fight.
Once more.
Oh, there goes Leo as well. 2 kills from victory. Sharks know it. There's blood in the water, but it's been there for a while, and Sharks have had their feast. They've had their meal. Time to top out with dessert. Woody will get a strike kill, but it's only good for statistics, and Sharks will be joining 9Z in the grand finals. They have to wait to see whether that rematch gives them anything more than it did previous time over, but they're going to be feeling pretty good about this one.
Yeah, solid recovery as well in the second half of the first.